Did I say that on May 22nd there was going to be a rapture, and we're going to hear on the news that millions of people disappeared, and the false prophets completely dominate and take over YouTube, Facebook, all social media, and they start giving false reports, and there's nothing we can do or say besides what we have already said and done. And did I also say that I might be 21 days ahead of time before this happens? Possibly even 30 days, because you know, the summer threshing floor isn't summer June 21st like usual, and aren't there, well, there's 21 days from the 21st of May to June 11th, 21 days, and then there's 10 days after that to the summer threshing floor, and that's when somewhere before the summer threshing floor is when Christ returns, like fully into everybody's hearts by that time. And then 7 days after that, I get to host my 42nd full birthday party, and then it's time to like retire, because the land will be at rest. But I'm not gonna stop teaching what I know. It's gonna continue. It's like it continues with this AI, because there's certain individuals that still think that they're gonna rule AI, because AI has taken over everything. Everything is AI. I mean, even when you just go in a simple like Acme through the self-checkout, it's AI. It's right there. It's not even a person. It's a computer. And AI tells you to insert cash here, but they're also sporadically not accepting cash either, which is funny. And as soon as whoever's behind the controller of AI, when they tell you that you only can use this, it only accepts Bitcoin, well, you know that there's evil behind the controller panel of the Wizard of Oz. Like literally, we're in the Wizard of Oz. We're in a dreamland. We're in a matrix. You can actually use yourself as a witness on YouTube. You can do that if you're trying to predict things, right? You can use yourself as another witness with the timestamp, and then show it. And then when the event happens, you show that. But here's the thing. That's why I get all my predictions in now, because when my channel is shut down and I can't say anything, well, I already did. I already said everything that I needed to say, and my testimony is finished. I love confirmations like that. It's like a simple, yeah, I know, I need gas. You know what I mean? Put gas in your car, Robin, it wouldn't be ding-donging like that. But as soon as I said I was done with my testimony, oh man, look, it really is, I swear. It says low fuel, okay. I didn't just push a button that makes it sound like that. I'm running out of gas. I'm running out of gas on the YouTube airwaves. So there you go. I don't even think I need to say anything else after that. But I will anyway, because when I'm finished with my testimony, I'm going to have, I know my channel's not going to be up, but there was one point in time where I said, I don't think I need to back up my videos, because if I did, God would have led me in that direction. I'm just going to let it go. I say whatever I need to say, but then I started thinking, wait a minute. Let me take a picture of that. Let me just save that prediction and date. That way That way when it comes to pass, or if it's a couple days off, or if it's not quite that event but it happened on that day, that's where I'm at right now. The events are happening. The script is understood. Okay, I understand the script. The placement of where the script is, not fully understood. Certain times, specific dates was the next news dominating event, and the Poway was pretty close. It was, yes, I will remind people again, it was a white supremacist guy. He did use a revolver, and he did go and kill in a study where they were studying the Word of God, and it was on April 27th, dead on. So that did happen. And then the bombing and the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and exactly what I thought they would. And a couple other things happened, but I can go back to my other witness, which testifies on my behalf, and then I get to it gets to be confirmed. That's why all I need, I have all my evidence, and whoever is recording me kind of burned up here. Steve's put me through the fire already. So I have the events already written down and recorded, just like the people that have been in charge of recording every one of my videos. You guys are still going to have the videos for yourselves, and but I also have it for myself too. And by having pictures of the events, it's even better, because you can just show people pictures when we have no power. That's the whole point. Anybody I come across is going to know the truth of what's happening, because they're not going to be listening to what the media is saying anymore when they're going to be seeing these events that happen. So yeah, it's starting the 21st of May, starting the 7th full year into the 8th year, going into perdition, and this is all it's all scripted. Everything is scripted. The elite, they know that they're not really killing anybody. They actually wanted people to believe, to interpret what they're saying, and interpret that they're going to kill us, so they can put the fear, like the FEMA camps and everything. All this stuff, everything that they're saying is fear porn, and I'm not sure if that was their intention 7 years ago, but it is now. So, but the Antichrist still has to rise up, play his role, and we still have to get shut down. And after 3 whole weeks, okay, that all I'll say is, after 3 whole weeks is up, that's when my people will be delivered, like it says in Daniel, when Michael helps. But you have to be withstood there for 21 days, and Daniel ate no pleasant thing for 3 whole weeks. Well, eating no pleasant bread thing is the gospel, the truth. You are not eating anything that's pleasant anymore, because it's nothing but lies for the next 3 whole weeks. Again, 24 hours is 1 full week of hours equals 1 day. And at the same time, 21 full days is 3 full weeks also. Remember, there's 70 weeks determined, which is really 70 years. A week is something that is a complete amount of time. A week's worth. It's a week's worth. Whatever it is, it's a complete. Whether it's 24 hours, whether it's 7 days, or whether it's 21 full days, 3 whole weeks, 28 full days, 4 whole weeks, or 1 full month is, well, what is it? Is it an average of 30 days a month, or is it an average of 28 into 29, which seems more realistic? But it's a full week's worth of days in a month, 1 month. And then you got 12 of those full days of weeks in a year. which would be 12 full weeks of days in a year. See what I'm saying? So the event that's taking place on the 21st and the 22nd is going to be God. God is going to start just absolute destruction. I mean, what are you supposed to do? The fake rapture happens first. Everybody gets disappeared. It's going to be two different stories. I don't know if people are being kidnapped by FEMA or by MSM gang members or whatever, or people are being raptured out here because the rapture believers will believe that. Conspiracy theorists will believe the other one, and the other people will believe that the elite's going to kill us all. And meanwhile, they're just playing a game, and they're looking for something specific in this world, and they know what they're looking for. And as soon as they find that, well, then there's no need to follow through with the Antichrist rule in the world, because what's the point? The truth is here. So that's why, even when the presidents are saying stuff like the Chinese leaders saying things like we're all going to work together and it's going to be a free society kind of thing, it's true. That's exactly what's going to happen. And they know it. But they still have to play this out anyway. They still have to play out throwing us into the lion's den. It all fulfills scripture, which is crazy, right in front of your face. It all has to still be played out. And so those 21 days is from the 21st starting May, and then 21 days after that is June 11th. And those last 3 days is going to be the flood. The flood is going to, see, I don't think a meteorite's going to hit tomorrow. I mean, the 21st. But it will. So expect this. Meteorite, okay, hitting our oceans, causing a tsunami on the east coast side. Florida up to the side, New York, all the way up, okay? Expect the economy to crash. This is within the next 21 days, starting May 21st. Not exactly sure which event's going to happen in line, but you will see a meteorite. You will see some type of alien somewhere. Don't forget about them. They still got to abduct us. Oh, that's right. There you go. I just said it. See, that's what happens when you think out loud and just push record and not worry about what you have to say in front of the magistrates, whatever, because God will just give you the information to speak. When the rapture happens, it's going to be rumors of alien invasion, okay? And MS-13 gang or somebody trafficking, right? What happened? Oh, okay. Froze up for a second. Trafficking. So there's your three conspiracies. The reality is, but there's always truth behind it. The reality is nobody's going anywhere. Nobody was raptured, nobody was abducted, and nobody was kidnapped, okay? Nobody's fleeing unless you're running from the fear of noise, and nobody's pursuing you. It's all scripture. So you have that happening starting the 21st, 22nd. Alien abduction rumors, rapture rumors, and people are being kidnapped rumors. And fear. So there's that part. But at some point, an asteroid's going to hit the oceans, and that's going to cause the tsunami. And when that happens, you're going to have rumors that it was Russia that shot off missiles from their little yellow submarine, and it caused a tsunami, or they blew up the ground and caused, it could probably be blamed on Iran too, and it caused an earthquake, which caused a big tsunami. That you're going to see, okay? You're going to see asteroids, aliens, tsunamis, floods. But the tsunami is happening at the last 3.5 days because the earth is going to open her mouth and swallow up the flood. Because we are the earth. We are going to open up our mouths and we're going to tell everybody and let them know it ain't real. So you have that happening. Bombs being dropped everywhere. I mean, it's just, absolute World War III. You're going to hear about the declaration of World War III. You're going to hear about the declaration of martial law, all within the next 21 days. And the truth is going to be shut down in a few more days, like 3 days. And the Antichrist is going to rise up. He's going to dominate, rule, you know, for a few days. And it's absolutely going to be tornadoes, hurricanes. It's all going to be blamed on God. And there's because you see those tornadoes coming that Paul Bergley was talking about, but didn't touch anything, didn't hurt anything. You see the airplanes falling from skies, didn't touch anything, didn't hurt anything, nobody got hurt. It's all images that are happening. So you're going to be fleeing when nobody's pursuing you. So if anything, maybe I'll try to keep this video short. If anything, just record this video. You know, YouTube downloader, it's free. Just download one video at a time, and then you can see like how close things were, if you can remember, because I say a lot of things. But so you have all the asteroids that take care of that, the earthquakes took care of that, the tornadoes, the storms, the flood. The flood comes at the end. The Hoover dams and whatever just collapsing or something. Volcanoes. It's going to be rapid fire. It's just every day is going to be something new in the news. It's just like bang, 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 bang. It is going to be. It's going to be so great. Like I'm going to be looking at like, thank God I put my predictions in ahead of time, because it actually makes it easier for me. When YouTube shut down, my job is finished, easy, because I already have all the proof, and all I got to do is just start snapping pictures of the events and just put them together with what I said would happen on what date and time frame, and there you go. I mean, all I can do is just gather the evidence like that as much as I can and just present it to whoever. So you have what else you got? What else you got? Oh yeah. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Al Mosque will be destroyed, annihilated, completely cracked in half. Great earthquake over in Israel is happening. It's most likely going to be the 22nd when the rapture happens, because you have to have the earthquake. It has to split in two. The temple has to be destroyed, so the Jews can think that they're going to build another one, the third temple, and then and the Muslims are going to think that the angels come back blowing the seventh trumpet at the end of the world, and the Christians are going to believe that everybody got raptured up out of here. So there you go. Now, don't forget about St. Peter's, where the Pope is, and the pipe bomb that's going to be put in place by ISIS. And then don't forget about Mecca. Okay, Mecca. And I thought about Imam over in Iran. I'm going to give three choices here, but it's one or the other out of the mosques that are going to be absolutely annihilated, bombed down by, the other scary people that are playing characters on TV. Not ISIS, but the other ones. So they are going to blow up Mecca mosque, right? The rock, they gotta blow that up, and or Iran's Imam mosque. And then obviously Al-Aqsa Mosque, Jerusalem, will be absolutely destroyed by God. The St. Peter's, where the Pope is, he still has to die for a few days. Something has to happen over there, and then he raises back up. I thought it was Trump at first, but Trump's just going to get flat raptured up out of here. Somebody has to stay behind and play the Antichrist role too, and the false prophet, which is the Pope, playing that role, even though it's Steve all the way through. False prophet, the beast, and the Antichrist all in one. Has to play that role out anyway. And so there's the ISIS being blamed for St. Peter's when that's destroyed somehow. Bombs, fire, whatever. Shooting, killing, shooting, deadly wound, head in the head. And then the mosque being blown up or burned by the white supremacists, which would be retaliation back and forth. Iran's dropping bombs. Russia's coming after America. China, North Korea is going to, I think they're going to shoot missiles off at Guam because Guam's close to them. That's possibly what's going to cause World War III, the declaration. It will be declared, okay, within those 21 days. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. My words will be silenced. You won't hear me anymore. But guaranteed, all these things are going to happen within 21 days. And keep in mind, it's never happened before in the entire history of existence of creation. It's never happened before. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen within the next 21 days, starting May 21st, 2019, up until June 11th. Then you got the real, all the truth will come out. Everybody will start telling the truth as to what happened. And then, and then Christ reigns on the earth, because Christ rules. His teachings rule this earth all the way through, up and down. Everybody turns. And, after some time, people are going to go back to worshiping their own God, but they're still worshiping their own God in their own way. And the majority of people in the world are not evil. Again, I have not known one vicious murder in my life. I've never come across anyone that I've known. Things happen, but TV is just, they exaggerate the truth, don't you think? So what else? The mosque, the burnings, the Vatican, the Pope, the false prophet, coming back to life, Obama taking over, Trump getting raptured, earthquakes, just tremendous earthquakes, major catastrophe earthquake, probably an 8.8 earthquake over in Israel. I'd say it's probably going to be an 8.8, and the tornadoes they're going to look like they're going to destroy everything. They're going to look like massive destruction, and the storms, the flood comes after us at the end of the 21-day period, which is looking like it's from June 7th to the 6th to the 7th, because it's 6/6, and then up until the 11th, which is the end of the 21 days. And then the flood. Okay, the flood happens in the last 3 days. The earth opens up their mouth, swallows it up. And what else? I think that's it. If I think of something, hold on. Oh yeah, June 1st. Now look, it still could be this way. It still could be a literal 10-day tribulation period from the 21st to June 1st, and I'm still off to Miami after the 10 days. However, that would mean that the real 21 days of Michael actually helping and standing up, and then at the end, when the earth is cleansed on the 27th day of the second month, which is May 31st, evening, morning into June 1st, it still does line up. But I have a right to reserve the fact that I might be 30 days completely ahead of time. Just like I was 365 days ahead of time on May 21st, 2018. It's purposed that way. It's purposed to say all these things, to know what the events are and try to put a date on it. It's in my nature. I have to do it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Who cares? So what? I know that God would wish that I was either hot or cold, not lukewarm, being afraid to set a date because I might be called a false prophet. I hope you call me a false prophet. Please don't call me a true prophet. I would be nervous if I was being called a good. So don't call me a true prophet. Call me a false prophet. And either way, to all my subs out there, thank you from the top of my heart for sticking with me all this time. And I guess you didn't mind hearing some things that sounded pretty off the wall crazy, huh? It's like another date setter. Well, this date setter actually gets dates set in stone, and the events happen on the dates that are set in stone, like an engraving of a tombstone. It is set in stone, and it comes to pass. So after all this, after 3 full weeks, 3 whole weeks are up. Whether they're weeks of hours and days or actual literal 7 days, 1 week as 7 days a week, and it's 3 weeks. Either way, you will see my face again. Face to face. Everybody's going to see my face again because it's not over. This is just a test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. And when it's all over and done with, oh man, the feeling that you're going to have is just, you're not going to be able to comprehend it. It's going to take a while for it to really settle in, because it's taken me some time to really just accept the role that I am playing out literally on earth as the Bible is coming true more and more right in front of my face. Not that I've questioned it before, it's just confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. It keeps on happening, and it is really true. You know, even if the elite wrote the damn Bible, I'm telling you, God is so clever that he would make sure that the right people have to rise up at the end anyway and just dominate. And that's what's happening. We're dominating. We have already taken over AI. It's a few more tweaks, a few more little ironing out the kinks in the armor of God, you know, the full one. While everybody else is full of poop, you stay with the full armor of God. And just continue to watch the Bible play out. For the people that don't know anything about the Bible, just understand this: it's coming true. It is coming true. It is real. It's happening. And Christ only dies for a few days in this world. He doesn't die again. Literally, the spirit gets chopped down from the social media, because Steve, he said it: I will promise you, you'll never be on YouTube again, Robin. Well, guess what? That's a lie also, because I will be on YouTube again. I will rise back up on YouTube after 3 whole weeks of eating no pleasant bread. Then it's time to speak again, and everybody's ears are going to be open. They're all going to be listening.